guess the way I would start is, to basically be staring victory in the eyes, and especially in game three there, and you know, 2 outs, 2 strikes, 1 strike away from victory, and then within a matter of minutes to experience defeat the way we did. I mean, it was certainly a tough pill to swallow. That said, I think it still speaks volumes to our team that we continuously find a way to keep fighting back. We'll continue to fight back. Our team will be right there again, you know, ready to compete. We're in the right position to win these games. We're doing the right things. It's coming down to one or two plays, and unfortunately, we weren't able to make them, and VCU was able to make them. I mean, everyone seems to forget sometimes that the other team's trying to win the games too, and you got to give their guy credit for having a great at bat to tie the game. And then their next guy that came up had another great at bat, and was able to deliver for them. So, it was disappointing. We felt like we played well, really well, competed really well in all three games at VCU. We, unfortunately came up on the short end of the stick after playing such a great game on Friday too, which I don't feel like we played any differently on Saturday. We just didn't make as many plays on Saturday. Friday night we did, and we won, and Saturday we didn't, and we unfortunately lost those two games. So I fully believe with the way our team's built, the ability that we have, we're going to be right there again come the upcoming games, not only non-conference but certainly in the remaining conference games. We'll be ready to play. We'll be competitive. We'll have our chances to win those games. It's going to come down to whether or not we execute. Yeah. Well, first thing I would say is that Tommy Smith was not only a great loss to our program, but to many of us personally, myself included. Tommy was a very special man, just a guy that, the first thing that comes to my mind every time I think of Tommy is just the true meaning of the word friend. A guy who had no agendas whatsoever. He always was pouring his heart out to try to help you, to enjoy a little more happiness in your life, or offer a piece of advice, or just be there for support. And certainly what he's meant to Tribe baseball over the years, and Tribe athletics in general, is a guy that you could always count on to be there for you. A guy that's gonna be there in the trenches, enjoying and celebrating in all the victories, and taking the defeats just as hard as any of the players or coaches. And that's what kind of man Tommy was, and such a gentleman, such a good man, kind-hearted. Again, just it's all gonna come around again on Saturday. I'm sure the emotions will be flying, because it is still a shock to us all that he's not with us. But in his honor, we'll certainly look forward to Saturday, and celebrating with his wife Josie, his children and his grandchildren, and certainly remembering a man who was truly, you talk about somebody who bleeds green and gold. That's Tommy Smith, a man who, put everyone else before himself. Yeah, Coach Clark's done a really nice job with their program. I mean, they've continuously gotten better every year. They've gotten more and more talented. They played a great game against us down there. We had I think it was almost a 2-hour lightning delay when we played them down there, but they did a great job. They came out and they flat out beat us that night. We didn't swing the bats really at all that night. Didn't have many base runners, but they beat us. They found a way to get it done, and unfortunately, it wasn't one of our best efforts this year offensively. And I think our guys will be ready this time around. But they're gonna this will be a matchup of conference pitchers versus conference pitchers, since no one, this is a weekend, so everyone's going to have their best out there. And I feel like obviously we will rebound, and we'll use this as a as an opportunity to kind of right the ship, getting ready to get into final exams, and then getting ready for our next three conference opponents. So we certainly will not overlook Norfolk State. They've already beaten us once and played a really good baseball game against us. So we'll be ready for them. It's going to be a tough challenge. It's going to be obviously a long day with emotions flying with the Tommy Smith ceremony and then a doubleheader to follow. It'll be tough on everybody mentally and physically. But I think we'll be ready for the challenge. I think our guys are ready to go. I think we're ready to play again. I think we're all looking forward to getting back on the field after what happened last Saturday and then having such a long layoff. It'll be an entire week in between games. So I think everybody will be ready, and we're looking forward to it.